Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Mr. Ty, and in today's video, I'm going to show you what is, in my opinion, the best way to apply decals. This method will allow you to remove the decal if it is not perfectly straight the first time you try to apply it. It'll also keep you from stretching and deforming your decal, and all you need is some tape. Make sure the tape is not stretchy itself, so I'm using masking tape. However, if you have clear tape, that would work best, but I'm going to show you how to do it with masking tape just in case you don't have any clear tape, and either a razor blade or a pair of tweezers with a sharp tip on the end. Now, first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to prep your decal sheet. To do this, you're going to want to remove all the excess material from the sheet, only leaving the decals behind that you plan on using. So go ahead and remove the border using the razor blade to start the pilling process if you need to, and go ahead and pull out any cutouts for the screw holes or any designs that might be cut out of the decal. This is where the razor blade or the tweezers come in handy. Makes it a lot easier to remove all those little bits. Now, once you've done that, you're going to want to first establish exactly where all the decals are going to go and have an ideal and a plan on which ones are going to go where, just to make sure you're not accidentally putting the wrong decal on the wrong part or getting mixed up somewhere. Then, if you have decals that go on top and bottom of a plate, I would recommend going through and doing one side first. That way you don't accidentally double stick one of the plates with two top or two bottom stickers. Next, what you're going to want to do is take a piece of your tape. Now, you're going to want the tape to be just slightly bigger than the decal itself. Then, if your tape is not clear, you're going to want to make sure you line it up on the edge of the decal. That way you have a straight edge to use as a reference point when you go to apply the decal to your plate. Make sure your tape is not stickier than the decal itself, and if your tape is really sticky, you want to go ahead and stick it to either a dusty surface or maybe, stick it to your fingers several times. That way it doesn't damage or destroy the decal in any way. Once you have removed the decal from the wax paper with the tape, go ahead and figure out which plate it's going to be attached to. Now, in our situation here, all these decals are slightly smaller than the plates themselves. So we're going to want to leave just a little bit of a border around the edge of the decal, that way it doesn't look off-centered. If we were to go ahead and just stick it perfectly flush to the edge, the other side would have a much larger gap and none of the holes would line up. This is where this method really comes in handy. It will allow you to eyeball where you think it should go. I think about 1/8 of an inch in, and it will allow you to, if you're off like I am, to easily remove the decal. Make sure you do not stick the entire decal flush with the plate when trying to line it up to keep the decal from sticking firmly to the plate itself. This will allow you to easily reposition the decal if needed. What I like to do is line it up with a straight line and try to find a second reference point. For example, on this schizo frame that I've already put decals on, these spikes on the arms made really nice reference points. What you can do is try to leave either a screw hole open to use that as a reference point, or if you can leave a knuckle on the end of the arm like I have here on this particular decal, you can kind of use that as a reference point as well. Once you have the decal lined up where you think it should go and you are satisfied with it, go ahead and firmly press down across the entire decal and make sure that the decal is adhered to the arm fully. To prevent air bubbles, start at one end and push all the way through, trying to push out all air bubbles. However, if you have one with the finished product, you can always use a needle or a razor blade to poke a hole to let that air bubble out. Now you can go ahead and remove the tape. However, if the tape starts to pull the decal off of the plate, your tape was too sticky. Make sure in future applications you make the tape a little less sticky before using it. However, this is not an issue. Just go ahead and take your razor blade or tweezers and start to remove the decal from the tape. Then stick the decal as straight as you can back down to the plate and pull the tape straight back while holding the decal. This will leave the decal behind on the arm, and you should be able to go ahead and do the next plate. Sometimes when applying decals, you may realize you have left a cutout that was not supposed to be left behind, like a screw hole or maybe even a cutout for some design. If this is the case, don't worry, you can always go ahead and remove those little bits afterwards. If you have needle nose pliers and it's really easy to pick it off, or use the razor blade you've been using this whole time to do the other things. On larger, more complex decals, I would recommend trying to leave a small piece of the decal uncovered with the tape, with a hole or some intricate design on it. That way you can line it up with the plate a little bit easier. This only applies if the tape you are using is not clear. If you are using clear tape, this is not an issue, and when you go to line up pieces, this is probably what you're doing already. And once you've done that, go ahead and repeat this step for as many plates and decals as you have. Now, if you accidentally stick a decal to the wrong piece, or it's just not quite center, you can always remove it by completely covering the decal with tape. Make sure that no part of the decal is left uncovered, because that part will become stretched once you remove it. Make sure that the tape you apply to the decal is slightly stickier than the decal itself, but not so sticky that it will damage the decal. If your decals are extremely sticky, you might not be able to salvage the part. Once you've applied the tape, go ahead and press it all down firmly, and then start to remove the tape slowly. You should see the decal lifting with the tape. However, if it's not, go ahead and grab your razor blade or a pair of tweezers and start to lift the decal. Then firmly press the decal against the tape and continue to peel. If the decal and the tape are not lifting at the same time, repress back down firmly and try again. Make sure you do not stretch the decal during this process. Once you've fully removed the decal, it's up to you to figure out the best way to reapply it to the plate. Good luck. Alrighty guys, well that was a full in-depth tutorial on how to apply decals. If you like videos like this, make sure you go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe and turn on the bell icon so you get notified when I release more videos just like this one. Also, if I left anything out or you think that there's a better way to do it, make sure you let me know in those comments below. With that being said guys, stay safe, fly safe, and I'll see you all in the next video.